Yes, boss. See the topic, man. There is no I in team. And shout out to my dog, Nick Troy, man. You already know, boy. Troy, I ain't hear from you in a minute, dog. So here's the deal. You ever notice that in life, there are some people who act like I'm a one-man show where I can get things done by myself? Yes. There are people out there in the world who are like that. Yes, there are some people who are a one-man army. But I'm telling you right now, you want to become deadly? You got to lock in with like-minded people. You can make some noise being one person, but if you got a team of people that's on the same time, what's that famous saying from Drumline? One band, one sound. You become deadly, dog. There's a one-man army, but at the same time, a team can destroy that one-man army if everybody's on the same page. And I'm going to explain that to you, right? No matter how much of a star you may be, or you feeling like I'm the talented person, or I'm the breadwinner, or I'm the one with the face, or I'm the one with the respect, does not mean that you're the one who's going to bring the success home. You get what I'm saying? It's just like example. I'm going to break this down so easy that I'm going to use hella examples. You remember when the Cleveland Cavaliers won their first championship? Everybody was like, oh, LeBron brought a championship home back to Cleveland. Fuck out of here. LeBron did not do that. LeBron originally left Cleveland because why? I'm not getting the assistance that I need, bro. The reason why the Cleveland Cavaliers won that championship ring, call me crazy, is because of Kyrie Irving, dog. Yes, LeBron helped out, but there were games where LeBron could not carry the torch by himself. You need a team. You need a squad. That's where you have who? Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is like a one-man show by himself, dog. If you've seen the man play. Him mixed with the LeBron James, that's a deadly combination, bro. You feel me? Kyrie Irving, step back, three, all of that there. Kyrie Irving didn't even get the MVP. That just goes to show you something. If LeBron's been trying to win a championship there for the longest, right? And even came to South Florida, my team, my area, the Heat, right? You needed Bosh and Wade to help you get your first ring. You couldn't even do it on your own. What does that sound like to you? Some of these dudes who act like, oh, I'm the lead singer or I'm the boss or I run this shit. I can carry this shit by myself. Wrong. If you know you're just a singer, like I said with that little rap situation, if you're just a musician, you cannot market. You cannot come up with strategies. You cannot come up with ideas. You're not business oriented to where you know how to talk to people correctly or lock in with the right people, or you don't know where to go. You're going to be a sitting duck, dog. Very few times you see or hear of people who were in a group or in a group setting, they branched off on their own and they became successful. Very few times you hear about that. Look at Omarion. Omarion became successful on his own after he what? He left B2K. I'll give you another example of people leaving their team behind, right? Look at Pretty Ricky. Pleasure P was the voice in that whole group. But guess what? Pleasure P, him branching off by himself, he had to later on find out, bro, other people in the team was talented as well. I'm not saying he did a selfish move, but him being the lead, he actually stayed afloat by himself. Some people aren't able to do that. Then there's some people who are left in that group. I don't know how to stand on my own too. So that's where life can take over for them. Or they become a victim to drugs, or I'm not doing this no more. I don't believe in myself. Some people are riding off of false confidence. That's why they had the ability of doing certain things. But guess what? You snatch away their little power. You take the rug that they were standing on. I bet you they ass can't stand no more. What you think I told you that little rap dude, O'Neal? After what, a couple months of me not being around you, I see your numbers dip. You can't even properly come up with ideas for music videos. I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. This nigga rap career over with. And you cannot point the fingers at me because you have a mentality where you feel like it's a one-man show. There is no one-man show, bruh. At the end of the day, As I stated, if you cannot build a bridge, if you cannot burn one, you cannot swim, you cannot formulate or think of how you're going to get this bridge, you should be the last person out here burning bridges, dog. Mind you, as I stated, there's a lot of people out here who can do damage out here by themselves, but then there's some people who are riding off of a false confidence to make it seem like they're dangerous, make it seem like they're the breadwinner, make it seem like, oh, I'm a one-man show, I just need a better team now. Let me tell you something. You could pull that game or play that card all you want. Eventually, you're going to get figured out, dog. How many people you ever seen branch out from a team and they flopped? Or the person that they made it seem like was the problematic person was actually the good person. And the person who was self-proclaimed to be the hero was actually the problem. You got to understand this. People will play all types of games and make it seem like they are the prize or they're the big man or I run the show or whatever. Bro, if you cannot make certain shit pop off by yourself, you can never be a one-man army. I'm going to say that one more time. If you cannot make shit pop off by yourself, you can never call yourself a one-man army, dog. A one-man army is a person who could wreck shop, wreak havoc, all of that, make it happen, all of that by themselves without a support system, without their a whole group of people and all of that. There's some people who really need that. That's why I repeat certain things so you pick it up and understand. There's a lot of people who need you way more than what you think. That's why I tell you all the time, work hard, practice rolling the dice the right way. You feel me? Being a hustler, being self-sufficient. Once you practice these little things or the right things, it kind of helps you out in life so you don't have to fall for the bait or fall for certain little BS that certain people play, bro. Give you another example into why no one man is bigger than the team, right? When you're able to collaborate, and that's the key word, collaboration. When you collaborate with people, you're sharing creative properties. It's just like, example, this may sound off the topic, but one of the craziest music collaborations for me was DJ Drama and Young Jeezy when I was coming up. I've heard Drama do songs with Wayne, produce for Wayne, all of these people. But I'm like, bro, I never heard of Jeezy and Drama before. When Jeezy and Drama start working together, that was one of the craziest collaborations in the world, bro. Give you another example. Starlito and Don Tripp. Starlito and Don Tripp's collaborations are so sick, they started this Step Brothers series tape. And they've been doing it consecutively, dog. Because when it's two powers or two powerhouses coming together, that makes the creativity that much more greater. It's just like, example, I don't think it'll ever happen, but I know if these two artists ever collaborated, they'll make crazy music. NBA Youngboy and Kodak Black. They've been beefing for so long, but people can honestly sit down and say, yo, Youngboy makes great music. Kodak makes great music. And they were supposed to come together, they'll make some crazy music, dog. And that's true. Just like at one point in time when I was a kid, growing up in Jamaica, I'm pretty sure some people heard of this beef. Vybz Kartel versus Mavado. These are two powerhouses. If you can come together for a collaboration, that'll bring like a bigger success to the team, or to the project, or to the operation. Because why? You're doing something that's a little bit more far-fetching. You're stepping outside of yourself. You're joining forces with somebody. And once you put that creativity together, you're sharing what? Fan bases. This is why I never really understood some artists nowadays, and it's the stupidest shit ever, especially niggas from Miami, right? You won't do a song with somebody because you're afraid they might kill your track, or he gonna go harder than me, and bro gonna snap in it. That's the dumbest shit. If somebody's really that good, I would really love for you to tear up my track, dog. Because when people hear this shit, they're going to be like, bro, what's the name went in? Or such and such went in. That's going to be what? Us sharing fan bases. That's going to expand our repertoire, our audiences, dog. We're sharing what? Fan bases. Rather than you thinking you can do it on your own, and you doing it on your own, let's come together. Let's collaborate. You feel me? As well as that, right? Accountability. When you're in a team, you're able to hold people more accountable that way. Look at basketball, right? Let's say somebody misses a shot or you missed a free throw. If they were a one-man army, they would have to hold themselves accountable. They would have to give themselves a talk. They would have to really look in the mirror like, yo, I need to tighten up. Rather than somebody getting on them and being like, yo, you fucking up right now. Are you playing like ass right now? Or yo, what's going on with you? Why you ain't producing? When you're held accountable, that's the best tool for growth, dog. Because accountability ensures you're not running away from what it is that we're trying to present to you. Yo, you missing shots out there. Are you playing like you garbage? Are you playing like you don't want to be here? Are you showing up half-assed today? That makes people feel it. How many times you ever seen in sports? It doesn't even have to be basketball. A coach holds a player accountable. It's up to that player if they're going to recognize, yo, I did fuck up. How are you going to make up for it? You get what I'm saying? Being held accountable is a great tool, bro, for being successful and growing up in life. There's some people who haven't been held accountable. That's why they still have the same piss poor friggin' behaviors. Because some people accepted it instead of holding them what? Accountable, right? Last one. Diverse perspectives. It's more angles, but I'm going to just kill it with this, right? When you're on a team of people and everybody is different, everybody brings different flavors to the friggin' project, to the group. It's just like if you go to a restaurant, right? Or you getting wings. You want to be at a restaurant where, oh, all we have today is buffalo. Or all we have today is ranch. You want a variety, dog. I want honey mustard. You got sriracha. You got hot honey. You got blue cheese. What that is over there? That's that Caesar dressing right there. Let me get that. You want a variety. Because when you got a variety in a mixture, you can pick, choose, and refuse what flavor you going to give to the people. You get what I'm saying? That's what makes the creativity even hotter, dog. That's what make people want to look like, yo, them boys really, they got a chance to really go. Or, yo, they really out there playing their hearts out like that. You get what I'm saying? You can't just build, I'm going to spin that in another way. You cannot, I'm not saying you can't do it. You can and probably get away with it. You could probably build a team, a basketball team full of shooters. But guess what? What about a big man? What about a person who knows how to grab steals? What about a person who knows how to assist people? You get what I'm saying? You cannot build the same type of players or the same type of people. You need some variety. That's what makes the flavor even better, dog. Do you season chicken with just garlic powder alone? Or you add in a little bit of, let me add some complete in there. Let me add a little bit of onion. Let me add some paprika. That's smoked paprika right there. That's our zone right there. Let me add all of that in there. You need different flavors. That's what makes the recipe work. You can't just be running off of the same shit and thinking that a one-man army is going to be good enough, dog. That's not how this goes. You feel me? With that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I'm going to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. 440 for the world, man. Just remember this. As a one-man army, you can definitely get far, but you're way more powerful when you got a team and everybody's on the same page. You get what I'm saying? 440 for the world, man. Peace.